getting ready for you right now. We're going to jump straight in because we don't want to fall behind on the tournament, Dan.
Here we go, and of course, Helping Hands versus Jesulin. This is one of the quarterfinal brackets that's going on at the moment. We're not sure really what's going on here, obviously, because we've been casting Devem Nagano, but it looks like it's probably going to be an ace game, I imagine.
It's either an ace game or a very long game too, but we've got it. We're going to cast this one game and then jump into the semis after this. So this is our one token gestures, the rest of the bracket, and we've chosen a pretty damn good one. It's Helping Hands' Brits versus Jesulin's Wehrmacht on Kolodny Firma.
Yeah, Helping Hands as Brits as well. Very, very feared strategic, play by him, and especially with the Brits. He's played them so well. Everybody knows, of course, the Vroom aeroplane that for the recon. He's so good at using it.
He's like one of those children that has a plane hanging from a ceiling. He's just going round and around, reconning continuously.
It really is. But I mean, the importance of it is, especially against Oster, completely negates the sniper play because you just know where it is at all times. And for the 4-man squads that you get with the Brits, it's an important thing to prevent from actually working on the field. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You'll notice he doesn't actually have tactical support in his loadout at the moment.
Oh, okay, so everything we just said.
No, we've got Advanced Emplacement Regiment, Mobile Assault, and of course Special Weapons Regiment as well, which is very popular at the moment.
You do see a lot of tank hunters, surprisingly. They've made a little bit of a resurgence, haven't they?
Yeah, I think it's obviously, when the 222 received a little bit of a buff recently, a lot of Brit players felt that that was the appropriate way to deal with multiple 222s. And it is good, obviously unlocking anti-tank grenades for the faction, for the infantry in the faction. So it does work reasonably well there.
Yeah, reasonably well indeed. It's not exactly the best thing to be doing as with British infantry, because obviously you've got your 4 infantry unless you get the upgrade, so you are neglecting a little bit of anti-infantry prominence.
Look at this as well. Jesulin already trying to clear the sandbags that Helping Hands ghosted to try and deny the green cover there. So really, really nice use of the attack ground feature to get rid of those. Look at it. Look at the amount of ghosting Hands is doing. He really doesn't want to give him any decent cover points whatsoever. And of course, that's an important thing for him. Brits can really utilize cover.
I mean, it's fine. We don't need that removed because it only takes 2 minutes to remove destroy it.
Precisely, yeah.
Here we go. We've got Pioneers now pushing into this very forward garrison here, which is actually, it does actually mean a lot because that means he'll be able to poke around, see what's happening around this British cutoff. He'll be able to see what he's doing with this Grenadier and hopefully for Jesulin's sake, make a move on Helping Hands. Oh, damn. Building. British sniper.
Yeah, sniper again. 4-man squads versus 4-man squads. Sniper's going to be very good. Pretty much reducing anything that walks into an engagement down to 75% of its proficiency. But I don't know. 3 infantry into the sniper. I think that probably leaves him quite counterable, to be honest. I don't know what his intentions are here.
I
this
know
looks
what
like a
his
build that can
intentions
go
are.
with Emplacement Regiment.
The amount of Jesulin games where Jesulin is let his sniper just dominate the center. He's so cautious with it, and over that 40-minute period, Jesulin's sniper ends up on 50, 60 kills. I think Hans is trying to go for a counter there.
We'll see about that.
But, Jesulin hasn't even built one yet, so it's a bit of a pre-counter.
Well, these are my worries. We don't have Special Weapons Regiment just yet. There's no chance of having any infantry squads that have anti-tank grenades. No engineers for mine laying. And what are the odds that Jesulin's going to go for a 222? What stops that right now? Hopefully, maybe we're going to see AEC come out, and that would be appropriate for this. But at the moment, I think there's a bit of a void in what he's doing.
A little bit of an engagement in the west there. Looks like the Grenadiers did neutralize the cutoff, but they took heavy casualties in the process. And you're very right, Dan. Helping Hands actually has left a gaping hole in his build here, and that hole would have been a 222, but he has predicted something. And that something is that Jesulin is going for a Wehrmacht sniper, so Hans has actually done the right thing there. What is he doing, Dan? Just staying there on hold fire, waiting?
I imagine so, yeah. I mean, perhaps he is... again, if this is an ace game, you could predict, of course, that this was played similarly earlier.
Oh,
that's
a good point.
Yeah, and, bringing the sniper out now could be a counter-preventative, and if he sits there and waits with it for a little while, probably expecting that sniper to reveal itself, at least he'll have something ready for the counter-snipe instantly. That's the only real reason I can think of for being so passive with it. This is around the time, though, that the snipers come out, so So it's a careful game. Both players want to know that their opponent has the sniper first. So
Yes.
I think it's sensible that he's waiting.
Well, he did actually take a shot. I don't know if he meant to do that. Maybe it was an accident. Usually when you build a sniper as a counter-sniper primarily, which obviously he's done, you don't want to open up even slightly. And he's done that, and he probably thought, oh, bloody hell.
People get bored, you know. Like, you know, there's 4 Grens sitting in a house. There's a sniper. They why not take a shot? Chances of him being counter-sniped from here, you know, sniper would have to be very overextended. So
indeed, what we're also seeing is a little bit of relaxation in hostilities, because snipers being on the field do actually mean that, and because they're being passive, it's meant that it's a little bit of an eerie Holodny Firma right now. What's going to break it up, though, is the British AEC.
yeah, I think that's what we were expecting. At the moment, I would say this kind of seems like we might be seeing the mobile assault. Seems kind of similar of this kind of build at the moment. I don't know if he's been playing that recently. I would love to see the LAN matches right now. I think we saw that last week, or possibly even the week before on release, used to great effect on Holodny. And yeah, you know, the AC is good. Of course, there's nothing on the field to match it right now either. No 2-2-2 as of yet. We do have tier 2 up for the Austere, so that is definitely an option. I wonder what Jesulin's waiting for. In fact, Panzer Grenadiers are going to be his choice.
Yes, I was just thinking that right then, because the Panzerschrecks are great. Here we go, interesting. So he's destroying a lot of those medium cover fences.
Oh. I was expecting that to be a wipe, if I'm honest. With that kind of bunching, I think he was very, very lucky to get away with the one-man squad then.
Yes, he was indeed. The bunching didn't help him at all. It has had a reduced area of effect, has the AEC, compared to how it was a month ago. But if you bunch up against it, you're still going to drop models.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate retreat, really, on the end of that. And nice, by the way, helping hands laying some mines on the his opponent's entry to the church. And of course, Jesulin's hopped in there a couple of times, so that's bound to pick up maybe even a squad on that. What's happening on the South VP, by the way? I see there's a little bit of an engagement there. Nothing too serious.
Just Pioneers. They always get the nothing too serious token. Oh, what's that just died? Oh, it was Pioneers. Very, very advanced mortar emplacement here
a capture point.
behind this church. It does leave itself a little bit vulnerable, but you'll notice this church will act as a large shot blocker and sight blocker for other units, but allow the mortar to fire over itself.
I'd be interested to see the range. Does this cover all 3 VPs when it's...
I would hazard to say maybe not the south, but it certainly has a large range. And here it goes against the garrison. The Grenadiers having to vacate it. Panzerschrecks have indeed been upgraded, but they come against an infantry-based foe, so only 2 SGGs firing. Will the Panzerschrecks be able to destroy the cover at least?
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Interesting one. I'm wondering where Hans is going with this. I feel like the AC may have benefited from a little more action at the moment, because it has to be so careful because of the Panzerschrecks on the Panzer Grenadiers. I really, really like that we're seeing a lot of people use that as well, because it's you know, a little bit less mobile, but you don't suffer the same kind of flanking situations. You know, so those light vehicles, I feel like that's very, very appropriate counter to those.
I mean, can I just talk about Jesulin? He has managed to get to 5 second place finals. He's gotten second place in 5 ESL finals. This guy is a sleeping giant. He's not even in people's conversations. It was only 3 months ago that we considered him pound for pound the best player in Coming Heroes 2. Oh my
wow.
God! What the hell has that ASC been drinking? That was insane. The vision, the scope, the accuracy, it just killed that sharpshooter from max range, and that is helping Hans finding himself firmly in the lead all of a sudden from nothing.
That certainly changes things a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the other thing as well, you know, now Hans' sniper can really start to open up. He knows that that sniper's just been wiped. What a wipe as well.
Oh, yes, sorry, yes, shouted no for no reason.
Don't worry, don't worry. I mean, really, yeah, this sniper can now get to work, and now we're talking about some serious manpower damage coming in. A very, you know, difficult mid-game coming up for Jesulin now. I'll be interested to see, you know, is he going to replace it? Maybe even go for a 2-2-2? Oh, that's a big loss for him. I can't even word that.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to do a Devon basically and rebuild his sniper? I mean, Jesulin usually plays cautiously with his sniper, retreats it at the first moment of any trouble, and tries to rack up the kills over a long period of time. Now that he's lost it, I'm not so sure he will rebuild it, because you're not quite as aggressive. Panzerschrecks missed the mark. AEC, massive AEC. It's only got the... Well, it's actually got 3 kills, one of which is a sniper kill. This is pretty well good going, basically. Brace engaged, thanks to the Panzerschreck fire.
Yeah, this is the brace. Now, obviously, Jesulin's going to be looking for the timing of this. He wants to try and keep the AEC off, which he will do with the Panzerschrecks. And of course, this is only a small amount of time left, really, before Brace stops, protecting this mortar, and then he's going to be able to destroy it. Is he going to go into the church to finish this off?
He could well indeed do that. He's biding his time. He's waiting for it. And he's picked the right moment. Oh, maybe not quite the right moment. There you go.
I think he's losing out here. I mean, really, he's only going to be able to fire 1 Shrek from the window of the church. He's only got 1 window at the front. He
And
could
also the
just get
sniper's
out.
opening up. I mean, fortunately for Jesulin, the sniper did miss its first shot, but... Oh! Double Shreks go in. Mortar nearly down. 1 more required. And there you go. He picks up the win. So what's more costly, Dan, a sniper or a mortar emplacement?
Well, on cost, the mortar, obviously, but I think also, what we saw there was Hans lost his position. I think that was the important one, because so far, Jesulin's actually, despite with that loss, owned more of the map for the majority of the game. Losing the mortar, the mortar was Hans's central, central dominance, and to lose that, I think it's a difficult one, really. He's definitely not going to be able to have that pushing power now on the right-hand side.
You're bang on. The pushing power is massive. So helping us no longer be able to push into the west and rely on the mortar to win engagements for him. He's now naked without his mortar, and he's just got to do all of his work on his own merits.
And for those of you still struggling to get that image out of your mind, I can confirm he's not actually naked.
No, metaphorically made naked, of course. His nakedity is purely an army composition, not in actuality.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
I want to watch this AEC, and of course, what's Hans's next level of tech going to be here?
Surely it would be
on fuel
Cromwell.
by the looks of it. Jesulin's got loads. Where has he been getting all that from?
I mean, Jesulin has managed to keep this fuel point for the entirety of the game. Hans has not taken the cut-off once, and of course, I presume that...
Enemy threatening a capture point.
No, actually, he's managed to tech as well as Jesulin. No, he's not teched onto Battle Phase 2 yet, so there you go. He will have it, he'll lack it in a little while.
Really, really great constructive pushing from Hans here. Fighting on loads of different sides as well. He may be a little bit overstretched, but I don't think Jesulin's really got anything to deal with that at the moment. Perhaps, then again, this is why something like a 2-2-2 may have been a good idea here, because that really is the kind of mobile unit you need on a map like this. We always see something like the T-70, going north to south, covering the VPs. There really isn't that kind of unit on the field right now, and for the AEC, which is able to do that, the Panzer Grenadiers aren't quite matching it. But I think that the fact that they've taken down the mortar, they've at least paid for themselves. That's definitely nice.
It's a very evenly poised battle right now, I have to say, Dan, in terms of victory points. Map control, as you just alluded to, is slightly in Hans' favour for the time being, but that can change very quickly at this standard of play. And I just think it's any man's game, and we're in for a big, colossal engagement between these two.
Really are. Just look at the tier 1 build from Jesulin too.
Oh, look at that. 4 Grenadiers and a Panzer Grenadier from tier 2. Massive.
Everything, MG mortar, it's absolutely huge. No light vehicle play whatsoever. And I think maybe what's playing a little bit of a part into this is, as we said in some of the earlier games, veterancy is a very, very important thing right now. And I think Jesulin, knows that he can use his micro, keep the veterancy up, and he should have a very, very effective fighting army later on into the game. Cromwell is about to hit the field.
Yes, as we thought, yeah.
Yep, from Hans. I think that's a sensible decision here. Should really, again, 2 units that are mobile against infantry. There's only that AT gun as well now, but at least Jesulin, is able to now start locking down sides. He wasn't in that position before. Pioneers
venturing south finally, because Jesulin senses that he's got a little bit of an advantage right now, but the Cromwell is very shortly going to swing that back into helping Hans' favour. And where will Jesulin go from here? Let's have a check on his teching. Yes, he is now getting Battle Phase 2, Tier 3. But he will be up against that Cromwell for a long time before it hits. Maybe the pack and the Panzerschrecks working in tandem, however, can do something about that.
The enemy is attempting to steal
our there you go.
Oh, that was a nice hit from the AT gun there.
They did very well. The Panzerschrecks are trying to follow up, but the AEC keeps reversing. Here you go. Missing entirely elsewhere in the centre. It looks like Grenadiers and Tommies are in a pitched engagement. And in the south, looks like the Cromwell's going to come to bear on the Grenadiers who are and the Pioneers who are trying to cap up that area of the map. Missing wildly.
Still don't have a doctrine picked yet from Hands. I doubt that we're going to see emplacement regiment right now. It's probably a bit too late for that. But again, you know, the land mattress could be available, and especially now that we've seen the mortar, and Jesulin is putting up quite a big front on that house on the central VP.
Done. Pioneers died with one shot from the Cromwell. There you go, 4 kills on that thing. I just heard some gargling from the blood stuck in the throat of those bloody Pioneers, and
here we go, by the way. Land mattress has just been called in. I think it was a sensible choice. We'd just come up to that point. I think Hans probably sussed out he's in a good enough position. And I like that it seemed like he waited until that moment. He kind of calculated, I can build the land mattress, but I'm not going to pick this commander until, just to be sure. And I really, really like that. I really appreciate that level of thought that goes into that decision.
Oh, this Cromwell is an utter beast. 7 kills with 2 shots. Obviously, he's missed a lot of shots in the meantime, but those 2 shots hit the mark. 4 men killed on the first, 3 on the second. So this, we've got a big attack from the land mattress ready. It's very good against support weapons. We've got an MG, a mortar, and a pack as targets.
I think this first shot from the land mattress could be a bit devastating for Jesulin by the looks of it.
Could be a land mattress catastrophe. I mean, we just said it as though it was happening, but it's just repositioning right now. Hang on, chaps.
It's the first one, and this is obviously always the most important indirect fire strike because it's the surprise factor. So, you know, is it firing now? Is that?
Yes, it is indeed. It takes down the garrison. Units are on full retreat, though. They did react to it quickly enough. That thing did pick up 2 kills on its first volley. Not the best it could have done.
No, definitely not, but you know, it's still going to do a good job. Cromwell should be able to probably wipe those if it decides to give chase.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping it right now. Oh, sorry, the pack would be in position. No, it's going to go. It's going to have a little poke. Pack's currently behind the shed as a shot blocker. Oh, misses wildly with that main cannon from the Cromwell.
Dangerous position now, though, for Jesulin, of course, because Hans really getting to grips with all of the resource points on the north. And that means that Jesulin is boxed into a tiny little area which the land mattress just very neatly fits its indirect fire you know, range into. So it's a difficult one. Of course, that's going to put a lot of pressure, usually forcing retreats. Triple cap from Hans right now, VP per second going down, and you know, Jesulin's under pressure. He's under pressure to come up with something fairly quickly.
He is indeed under pressure, and the land mattress is not going to help things with regards to that. It's going to keep the pressure on.
It's not. Do you know what else it is as well? This huge tier 1 build, you know, plus with some of the things he's had from tier 2. You know, he has no vehicles, 244. It looks like he just teched up again as well. Maybe just check that.
No, sorry, teched up again with regards to Jesulin.
Maybe like, yeah, Battle Phase 3.
Yes, he did, Battle Phase 3 indeed.
So, you know, I have been watching that fuel resource and Battle Phase 3, so clearly he's saving up all that fuel. Looks like we maybe won't see the Command Panther at 9C, sorry, Command Panzer 4 at 9 CP. That would be... Yeah, I mean, clearly he's got a direction for this.
It is closing down sale at Helping Hands Bed Emporium. He's now got 2 land mattresses on the battlefield, and he's going to be raining down fiery fury from the heavens above upon Jesulin now.
All he needs to do is just keep pushing them up little by little. Protection from the AC and the Cromwell. Of course, you know, smoke in case the AT comes in. He's fairly secure right now. Land mattresses just have to pummel the base, either to force a retreat and the other one hit them on retreat. And that is a very, very quick potential GG at that point.
I mean, I'm appreciating that Hans has found powerful strategies as British. And then he's found, when that one stopped working, he's found another. And then when that one stops working, he finds another. He is evolving as the Brits evolve, and doing very well indeed. And oh my god, we have just had massive news from the brackets. Talisman has beaten Love Nest, everybody. I can confirm that the Finnish Talisman, the romantic hero, has beaten the juggernaut that is Lovenest and is through to face Nagano in the semi-finals. That is massive.
That is
absolutely massive.
Crazy news right there. That was not what we were expecting at all. Talisman doing so well at the moment.
Oh my god. And with all due respect to Talisman, nobody in their right mind would have chosen for us to cast him versus Lovenest in the quarterfinals. Let's be honest, Dan, because he doesn't have the name value. People see Lovenest on the name sheet and expect him to smash Talisman. Talisman's shown him that that just does not happen in Company Heroes. It does not go the way you want it to sometimes, and Talisman's clearly been practicing a hell of a lot. He is now one of the big boys, and he's here to make this happen.
Oh, I'm just constantly refreshing these brackets, you know, the shock. I don't know if anyone saw my face. I was like, I couldn't even get the words out. But
that's crazy news.
Wow, absolutely wow. So what an update on this tournament, and what a tournament for surprises. Devem and Lovenest, they're just easily top seeds, getting wiped out at the moment. Crazy.
That's what 1,300 euros will do for you, Dan. You will go home, you will get a clanmate, you will practice in secrecy, you will analyze replays, you will play as though this is a competitive endeavor, and that is exactly what ESL is doing for Company Heroes 2 right now.
Well, we'll be sure to make sure we see some of Talisman, I imagine, in the semi-finals, or even later, potentially. Anyway, let's get back onto what's happening here with Jesulin and Hans, because this is the other, this is the last place currently that we need to fill in the semi-finals. It looks like an ace game to me, but we aren't sure at this point. Yeah, Jesulin did actually decide to go for the Command Panzer IV. He has ticked up to Battle Phase 3, so, where is this going? What's going to be the unit after this?
Oh, it's a very interesting situation. I mean, Jesulin will, of course, have spotting scope should he be able to... Yeah, he's got his Panzer IV in a steady position. So he will have increased line of sight, is for one thing. But it's a very interesting commander to have chosen, so it's an interesting style of play for sure. We'll notice, however, now the Pioneers are thwarting into Hans's territories, pushing away the land mattresses and the 6-pounder AT gun, taking away the cutoff.
Yeah, I mean, 100 VPs as well. These next couple of minutes are really important for him. He needs to obviously get some direction, maybe try and force Hans off of the north. At least then he can hold his resources and a VP. Instead, forcing south, and I'm guessing this is to maybe try and pull Hans off of the top side with this kind of pressure, and then he can go back to it later. But
he's having to use land mattresses as a defensive unit now, just as a pinning point. Is Hans guilty of overinvesting in rocket artillery here? The curse of Jesulin from week 1?
I really don't know, because they are that effective that you could close the game with them. It might be a little bit of a gamble, but he still has all the fuel on his side to continue doing whatever he was doing previously. Perhaps another Cromwell right now. Command Panzer IVs on the field. There's so much infantry from Hans. Indirect fire's covered already. I think 2 Cromwells could be really nice here. Yeah, there's not many other options. Instead, maybe going for a Comet. But I don't know. I think the Cromwell would fit quite nicely here at the moment.
Yeah, another Cromwell indeed would be a nice choice because of the army he's up against. Of course, Jesulin could be thinking about a Panther, Daniel. I mean, a tier 4 with Battle Phase 3 tech. I mean, let's have a quick check in base. We've not got it built yet, but we know he's got that teching on the field.
He's got to do something quick. Hans, of course.
Ooh, on the retreat path with the land mattress.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, using the land mattress the way that he's doing as well, he's using it from long range. It could benefit from actually supporting it and moving it up a little bit more.
AC's been good, Dan. I mean, it's got a nice kill count with that. Oh, another shot in there. So it's done very well for itself. Let's do a sniper check. This guy's on a happy 17 kills. Not exactly amazing, but it's more than paid for itself now, so that's always nice.
Yeah, all these things add up. And they're still neck and neck with each other. I really like that territory is changing constantly. Neither player seems like they're prepared to just sit and wait for a lockdown. The territory's bouncing back and forth. Jesulin seems like he might just be coming into a position now where... Whoa!
That squad disappeared! Where has it gone?
Wow, yeah. That was going to happen, though, it was...
Yeah, that, by the way, guys, is medium cover for you. You don't get the basically the health bonuses, you get all just the received accuracy, and when you're clumped up together, it really doesn't matter with a massive anti-infantry based tank as the.
You got to pay attention to your units clumping up like that as well, because you know they will sometimes naturally do that. You have to make the manual effort to spread them out. You have to notice it.
So what we just saw was Jesulin attacking ground, thinking where the sniper was, missed, and then we saw the stun round from the British sniper, that boy's anti-tank rifle. Great counterplay there.
Really good. Hans has only got to lock down 90 VPs now to win this.
Yes.
Still, at the moment, I still feel like there's pressure on Hans, and I don't know why.
I see what you're saying, and when you were saying the players are neck and neck, I was like pointing out the victory points with my cursor.
I could see.
Yeah, I know. But what I meant is you're right in every respect except victory points. And right now, if the victory points weren't a thing, I definitely think, wow, Hans is up against it. Nice bundle hit goes off. However, the Panzer Grenadiers themselves, they just headbutted. Oh. They headbutted again. You go one way, I'll go the other. Benny Hill theme playing.
Wow. Both the retreating squads, they forced the change of direction on the retreat, and
Amazing.
Then hit each other again.
It was like one of those awkward, very British moments when you're trying to walk through a doorway. Yeah, I'll go this way. No, okay, I'll go this way.
It's like you left. Oh, sorry. You right?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Apologising profusely, and then they retreat finally.
That really is the British curse.
Yes, the British game is all Grenadiers on retreat. Will the Tommies, they're not in cover, so they don't have an increased rate of fire.
Oh, look at this. I mean,
I'll tell you what, that Panzer IV command tank had 7 kills, but they've all been big kills.
Oh, penetration there. Command Panzer IV managed to get a shot in as well to really force that Cromwell to go back to base. The second Cromwell seemed a little bit late to me. It seems like Jesulin. Look at the veterancy as well. You know, veterancy in comparison, I would say Oster is maybe above that. I think a decent play right now could put Jesulin in a really good spot, but it is only going to be a good spot. I mean, Hans is easily well ahead of this.
Yes, he's well ahead in terms of victory points, but as you say, in terms of veterancy and probably army composition, Jesulin has all the tools available to him, so it's a very interesting dynamic for sure. Let's do a land mattress check. We're not actually seeing that many kills down, 3 overall. I'd actually say that Jesulin has outplayed Hans in that regard in his repositioning.
I don't always see the land mattress as being an offensive weapon. I see it as being like almost like a way to claim back territory. It feels like you force your opponents off the map, you know, and then recap it quickly. So I think he's used it correctly. Two seems a bit, you know, 2 seems like that's the problem.
That's okay, so here we've got the concerted pressure from Jesulin pushing away the 6-pounder. The Panzer IV command tank did decent work in trying to claim back the north. But it's all about victory points right now, as we've commonly mentioned, and the Grenadiers are, you know, exemplifying that point right now, neutralising the north.
Look at that. They're actually getting a triple cap in. Nearly getting a triple cap in. Of course, he's going to do a cap. I really like this because I think Jesulin's, you know, infantry micro skill can actually still carry these engagements on all sides. But you know, I would say spreading out with Oster like this, especially in this position, maybe a little bit unconventional. But you know, what it's doing is it's making Hans split up as well. Even though, you know, Hans with the massive VP lead he's got, he doesn't seem to be he doesn't seem to be focusing on 2 areas. He's branching out as well, and I just think Jesulin seems to be starting to get the better of him a little bit. But we'll watch and see how that goes, because I think when you start spreading like this, I think the Brits, especially here with the 2 Cromwells, have a good advantage. We have artillery on the field, by the way.
He's actually built it. Are you kidding me?
We've got artillery on the field from Jesulin.
When we were discussing the LEFH-18 artillery, we weren't discussing it. We were discussing the commander. You don't even consider that the Wehrmacht will build that unit, and he's built it in this game. Very interesting choice.
Well, do you know what the really nice thing is? Of course, if he can get some great shots off with the barrage there, puts it on its Veterancy 1 ability, counter barrage, and those land mattresses will not be around for long. I mean, that's one of the great things about the German artillery. The counter barrage really is the best thing about that, and that's going to make that investment into land mattresses really, you know, not pay off.
Oh, watch the Pioneer down. They're currently in repair mode. Even though they weren't near to the Panzer IV command tank, they were wanting to repair it, which gave it increased accuracy taken. So the land mattress basically vaporized them. Wow. Oh, the artillery down. The artillery, where it's hitting. It's hitting where the... I see.
Well, I think that's British artillery that's firing there, isn't it?
No,
or
no, that's the...
Check the British one as well. I think I can hear that firing.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Cromwell's coming into engage. They take out the Panzer IV command tank with the 6-pounder. Big find for Hans there. Jesulin will be up against it very shortly when the central victory point is taken by the 6-pounder.
I think he's going to regret going for artillery before something like a Panther. I think that was a mistake. I really like the idea to go artillery. I think it's a nice response to the land matches, but you're banking on a lot of chance actually getting it to Vet 1 in the first place. You know, really could have done with more AT other than what he's got. The Panzerschrecks, they don't really feel like they've really connected that many shots, have they? They're struggling to actually run up to the targets.
No, they haven't, and they have hit Veterancy 3, but they've got 7 kills. I mean, I don't think they've taken out a single vehicle. No, they haven't. So no finishing blows in. Cromwell's keeping them at bay. Great micro from Hans. He currently has 2 victory points, and he's keeping it for now. Although a 6-pounder's been stolen, will the Cromwells allow it to get away with larceny, with grand theft? Anti-tank gun? No, they won't. Just more manpower attrition against Jesulin, and the AEC coming in for further harassment. Well parried.
Well met.
Yes, very posh thing to have said. A sniper, by the way, taking the southern victory point. 21 kills, but now its biggest blow and its biggest effect on this game is going to be to engage a triple cap upon Jesulin.
Oh, well, just to say one more time again, we don't know which game it is in this series. We were casting Devem Nagano, which ended on a long set there. And yeah, you know, now we're in what we think is possibly an ace game between Helping Hands and Jesulin.
It simply must
be. We could be seeing another big player getting knocked out at the moment.
I think this must be, or this could be the second game going into an ace game. Regardless, it's very far ahead in this series. And to be honest, we may get on with the semi-final between Talisman and Nagano after this game, straight into the semi-final. So, you know, no rest for the wicked.
Well, as long as we're at the front of the tournament.
Oh god, big engagement here. We got the commandos coming in, wiping the MG. Well, I say yes, they do indeed wipe it. So that's a double cap still engaged. He saved a triple cap with the Grenadiers in the centre. He tried to thwart a treble cap in the north, but it's going against him. Land mattress opens up and does not hit the mark. Again, that's now a combined. Let's have a look at it. 5 kills on one. And you're looking at 5 on the other, so that's 10 overall. Probably not the best investment I've ever seen.
Well, all Hans has to do is sit on the VPs, but Jesulin's quite content to charge up through the middle still.
Well, I see what you're saying in terms of map denial, and they have done that. They've kept pushing Jesulin back to his base, so regardless of there only been 10 kills, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And in this case, the pudding is the fact that Hans seemingly is either going through to an ace game, which is possible, or he's now in your semi-final. Let's bring up the brackets just to truly show our audience what is happening right now. Massive tournament and a very interesting situation.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we can actually update some of these right now for... so look, we have Talisman and Nagano, who are going to be playing in the second semi-final.
Talisman versus Nagano. Finland versus Russia.
Let's get that one...
Will he avenge his... So, in one game earlier, we had Joe versus Cruz, which is, again, Finland versus Russia, so clanmates and friends, all of these guys. It's a very interesting situation. And the semi-final is Joe versus whom? Who are we going to see, Helping Hands or Jesulin? It's a very interesting situation indeed, and we'll keep a hawk's eye on the tournament as it unfolds.
Crazy. That whole... you know... the games that we've cast before this. What a surprise to see Lovenest out in that round as well.
Massive.
Real big surprise.
Massive surprise.